We're back. Everybody likes tacos. It was one of the first foods my kids learned to love, and we're still eating it about once a week. But the tacos I'm making today are light but exploding with flavor. I'm making Baja fish tacos. Now, fish tacos, you're probably, first thing you said, now chef, I know I like tacos, but I don't know if I like them with fish on it. Hey, you got to trust me. Everything I've made up here has been real good, and this is one of those things. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to make a marinade for our fish and show you how we're going to do this. We're going to take some lime juice and orange juice and put these in here. Fresh whenever possible, because it really makes a difference in the flavor. I've got some garlic, and then I'm going to kind of move this around just a little bit. Maybe throw a little salt and pepper in the marinade just to kind of give it a boost there. And then I'm going to take some oil. I like olive oil in this one, and we're just going to kind of make a little small emulsion out of it. Now, this is real similar to a mojo marinade that you'll get in Cuban food. So we just kind of put that together like that, and that's real quick. That's our marinade right there. A lot of good flavors in that. So now, let's talk about our fish for just a second. You can use snapper or mahi-mahi. I think they're probably my two favorite fish. You know how I feel about snapper. I have a love affair with it. I've got that today. But like I said, any fish will do. Tilapia will even do if you got that. I'm not too big on tilapia because it don't have a lot of flavor. But hey, that's me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take one of these snappers, and I've got this fresh from Kroger. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to cut it into planks. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut it in half first, and then I'm going to cut these in planks. Just like this. Don't have to be perfect, just kind of rustic, just like that. And we're just going to plop these in our marinade and just kind of let them go. Now, let them go for about at least an hour. If not, you can let them go overnight, and that's the best way. I've got some here that I've been marinating since this morning, and I think they're perfect. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of grill these. Now, you can do a lot of different things. You can put panko on it and fry it, but I'm trying to keep it kind of healthy, okay? So we're going to put these on the grill just like that, these little fish strips. Now, these things don't take a whole lot of time to cook because they are fish, and fish cooks pretty quickly. So you got to keep an eye on it, okay? Okay? And boy, it's smelling good in here right now, let me tell you. Let me turn that heat down just a little bit so that we don't get too much smoke in here. All right, so we're going to move this marinade on the side, and we're going to move on to the next thing. You got to make a real good slaw with this. So what I'm going to do is I'll make the dressing for the slaw. And that's simply rice wine vinegar, which is a little bit of a lighter vinegar. Again, a little bit of garlic. I got some hot sauce. And I've got a little bit of honey here just to kind of bring some sweetness out in this slaw dressing. Not a lot, just a little, but it's really kind of up to you what you want to do. So we're gonna make this. Look how pretty that is. And we'll just kind of set it on the side. And this is going to make our slaw. Let's check our fish real quick. Now, what I've said many, many times is that when you're dealing with fish or something on the grill, you've got to make sure you do something that's not going to rip the fish apart when it's out there. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that, you see the grill marks we got? And it was only on there for just a little bit. So you've got to use like a fish turner or a spatula or something. Don't try to take your tongs and go crazy and put these things on there. So, and there we go. Should be just a couple more minutes on that. So, finishing our slaw. Got our dressing made already. I've got some cabbage. I've got some sliced red onion, as thin as possible. The thinner the better. I've got some jalapeno that I've kind of taken the seeds and out of it, and you can put as little or as much of that in there as you want. And then I got some carrots. Okay, and one more great ingredient to go in here just to really push it over the edge. I've got a Granny Smith apple, really tart, really sweet. So I'm going to take a cheek off of this thing just like this. See that? Just take the cheek off of it, and then I'm going to kind of cut it in half one more time because I want to make sure I get really nice. You got to be careful doing this. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut strips, kind of like julienne. All right? So we're going to cut really thin, just like that. Real thin. See that? And then I've got the other side right here I'll work on. The thinner the slaw is, the better. Now with the cabbage and the carrots, you can kind of go to Kroger, get the get the bags of it, and that really will make a huge difference in the flavor. And once you get this dressing on there, it'll really come together nicely, and it'll kind of set up, and it'll get kind of married. Okay? So we've got this here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to pour this dressing right on it, just like that. You don't need a lot. You don't want it swimming in there. And we're just going to kind of move it around. And again, you want to have just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper in here, just to kind of bring it alive. But those citrus flavors sure will bring this alive. There we go. And there's our slaw. Now, I've got some that we've already kind of made earlier, and you can see it's starting to wilt just a little bit. It's starting to come together. So we'll use this when we put it together. The last step here that I'm going to do, I'm going to take some corn tortillas. I'm going to brush a tiny bit of oil on the outside. I'm going to put these on the grill just like that. Okay? And this is going to add another level of flavor on here that's really going to be hard to beat when these fish tacos. Now, you can use deep fried shells, or you can make them yourself. I've included the recipe. I've included the recipe for deep fried ones if you want to do it, but it's kind of up to you. These are a little more healthy, and you get that nice grill flavor, which I like a lot. So I'm going to just really trying to get these hot, just like that. Okay? Now, putting these things together. I've also got a little sauce I want to add in. Now, I'm not going to make this, but I've included it on the website. So if you go to cookinwithkroger.com, you can get this recipe. It's a cilantro lime remoulade. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like that. So I've got my plate here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these tortillas, which is, kind of hot. And I'm going to take two of these planks of fish. I'm going to put them in there just like that. Now, they're already kind of sticking a little bit, but not too bad. So I'm going to take a little bit of our sauce. I'm going to put it right across there, just like that. And some slaw. And then we'll just roll it up. There's one. We'll make two more real quick. I'll do them both at the same time. So just to show you again, we're taking our fish. Ooh, got to release. There we go. And man, let me tell you what, it's smelling so good in here. Everybody just kind of watching me. It's intently. Okay, we got our fish here, and then see how that fish falls apart sometimes, and that's okay. And then, like I said, the last steps, we got a little bit of our cilantro remoulade on top, a little as much as you want. Then we're going to take a little bit of slaw, throw it right on top like this, throw it right on top like this, and we got ourselves dinner. Very healthy, very nice. Got some lime squeezes right here, maybe a little bit of cilantro you want to throw on top. I'll stick it right there. But there you go, Baja fish tacos. When we come back, I possibly got the best dessert we've ever made on this show. But first, it's time to announce our winner of the Cookin' with Kroger sweepstakes.